The new narrative the liberal media is trying to push is if anybody protests a drag queen story hour event or any drag queen event where liberal parents bring their children to watch the adult themed shows or have the children themselves perform in drag, then you must be a member of the Proud Boys.
A hate crime investigation is underway tonight after a group of men with ties to the hate group the Proud Boys stormed a San Francisco area library while it hosted a Pride Month event known as Drag Queen Story Hour. Now keep in mind, children were inside of that room. Now the police say that the group of at least 5 men wore offensive t-shirts and shouted anti-gay and anti-trans slurs while also flashing white power hand signs.
Oh yes, the secret white supremacist hand sign, just like the one that Mexican-American San Diego Gas and Electric employee supposedly was caught on camera flashing, which got him fired, if you recall. This is the first time that CNN has ever mentioned Drag Queen Story Hour on air, even though the events have been happening for the last 5 years, because up until this Pride Month, if anyone in CNN's audience had any of their humanity left and they found out that one was being held in their town, they would go and protest it too. But because it was the Proud Boys who the Democrats and the liberal media have centered their January 6th conspiracy theory around, now they're claiming that they've committed a hate crime by protesting parents bringing children to a drag show. This was in Oakland, California, so not a red state, not even a red area, and most likely there's a George Soros puppet DA who will probably trump up some charges and indict them.
Well, absolutely. When we learned of this incident, initially when we got there, the disturbance had kind of dissipated and de-escalated itself. And we didn't know a lot of the dynamics of what had gone on until we began to have conversations after the fact. Our subsequent investigation into this has caused us some concern. And so we did activate our hate crime protocol, which will take us on an investigative course looking at this case through a hate crime lens, in particular against our Pride community and our LGBT community here in Alameda County.
The Libs of TikTok Twitter account is in the cancellation crosshairs again because she posted about this event prior to it occurring, which may have brought it to the attention of the Proud Boys. So, of course, Taylor Lorenz at the Washington Post is having another meltdown, and the Southern Poverty Law Center is saying that she was secretly coordinating with the Proud Boys in order to put the poor children at risk. Of course, I don't need to point out that most drag queens have sexual innuendo names because it is a sexual themed performance. And if I showed some of the recent clips that have gone viral on social media of these kinds of events, then YouTube would place an age restriction on the video, which is ironic because YouTube would claim that it's not appropriate for people under 18, but the parents are bringing the small kids and the liberal media industrial complex is saying that it's just fine. I'm also seeing a lot of reports from people that have gotten posts, photos, and videos taken down from Instagram of these kinds of events for violating Instagram's terms of service by posting inappropriate content. So if it's not appropriate to post on Instagram, then why is it appropriate for children to be there in person? Instagram is also taking down pictures that people are posting of illustrations found within a particular supposed children's book aimed at indoctrinating the kids, Gender Queer, the same book that several parents have read out loud at school board meetings and were told to shut up because of the extremely graphic nature. Of course, proving the very point that they were trying to make. Also, the Libs of TikTok obtained and published a leaked chat log of Twitter employees debating whether or not they should ban the account completely because, like I said, she pointed out the Drag Queen Story Hour event that the Proud Boys went and then protested. So now they're trying to use that as a reason to maybe totally ban the account. But then Elon Musk replied to the Libs of TikTok and asked Twitter what's going on. So they're having another meltdown within Twitter over the account not being banned and Elon potentially taking it over if the deal goes through. And so tomorrow they're having a Twitter town hall where he's going to face questions from the employees. I'm not sure if this is going to be an in-person event or if it's going to be a virtual event, but either way, I just hope that James O'Keefe at Project Veritas gets us a video of it. You know, I'm skeptical yet hopeful that the Elon Musk Twitter deal succeeds, and if it does, the left is going to have the biggest meltdown. Well, I guess it depends if the Roe v. Wade decision comes through, but if not, the biggest meltdown since January 6th.
This is treason.
I guess we could call it an ultra meltdown. And that reminds me that you should order your Ultra MAGA shirt from my online store at markdice.com.
It's bizarre because when it comes to calling out Republicans, you've got these kind of, I don't know, cutesy names being used by Democrats. You know, apparently Democratic polling groups and focus groups spent months coming up with Ultra MAGA, which Joe Biden started using, but immediately the Republican Party just borrowed and started selling merch.
Yes, I am selling merch, and I think it's the best political slogan since Make America Great Again. In fact, it might even be better. So order your Ultra MAGA shirt from my online store at markdice.com or click the link in the description below. And like all of my designs, it's available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.
I will tell you is the president's phrase, and the president it's made those comments himself just last week, as you know.
The Ultra MAGA plan.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.